Hi, this is Richard Brake. You might know me from Rob Zombie's film 31 and from the new one, 3 from Hell. And you're listening to Movie Madhouse.
And welcome to the movie. Man, look at this 4-person screen. This is awesome. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm awesome. At least that's what I've been saying to myself since I no.
Yeah. This is the traumatic side where now he's pretending the world is a beautiful place after witnessing what it is, really. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, Mike. You can't hear us?
Mike?
Yeah, he can't hear us.
No. Okay.
And that happens. Okay. I'm going to kick him out and come back in. Boom, boom. Okay. We'll just wait for Mike to come back.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a pleasant surprise.
It does that sometimes with any kind of video. If you're playing a video and you bring someone into the feed, they may or may not be able to talk in here.
What happened with Jason all the time? Happened with me a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. There.
That's better.
Yeah.
It's the StreamYard thing. I've actually sent him a message on it where every once in a while you're playing a video, and if you bring people in, they may or may not be able to hear.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
It used to do it to me
But
often.
It's only people coming in. Like, it's never happened to me or any camera set up here. It's been Jason or James or somebody external.
Oh, the host gets to stay online. The guest gets the shaft.
Right? So weird. I don't get that.
So weird.
So Jason got to watch a film.
Oh, did he? Now let's just come on. We got to point this out. We got OG Madhouse here.
That's right.
Because this was essentially an OG Madhouse Jason challenge.
Exactly.
Which
he pulled the card.
Which
well,
while we have the entire tribunal together, I would like to call a point of order to discuss.
He's very upset with the situation.
The details of the term "give it a good honest watch" and the power within. And there are certain aspects that need to be clarified because one of my 2 hits this week should be invalid. Mike had not seen the film.
Oh.
And you can't tell someone to give it a good honest watch if you
point of order.
I
have corrected that situation. I watched the movie after you left after we recorded the Three Nose podcast. Available on podcast provider.
Well done, Mike. Well done.
I've been doing this for a while. But I corrected that situation. I am in the clear now. So I am in clear conscience. I can whip out this card whenever I feel like it.
All right. You're in this case. It will allow the backdating because, well, not that I can do anything about it. I already watched the movie.
Exactly.
So, what movie is it, Rob?
What
movie did you inflict upon me?
I didn't inflict any movie on you.
Wrong. You were the first.
I was the one that had inflicted it on you.
Mm-hmm.
You backed him up.
We talked about it. He dealt the card.
I doubled onto it, though.
Would never do that. There we go. Oh, dang it. Let me edit that again. There. Save.
No. There it is. The movie that Jason had the pleasure of watching this weekend is a Serbian film.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm right out of the gate. I'm going to say I feel robbed after I watched this, because after a little bit of research, there's an uncut version in the world of this movie right now, and I do believe I have to watch the uncut version, because the version I watched was all cut up.
The version that I watched
Was the uncut version?
Yes.
Nice.
No. Not nice.
I have seen this in a store somewhere once.
Really?
Physical copies are almost impossible to find. Yeah.
One time, and it was the same time where I mentioned that Uwe Boll Auschwitz movie. I saw them both at Cinema One in Devonshire Mall once.
Really?
I didn't think that would ever be on physical media.
No.
Hey, Greg.
At least not from not in a retail location.
Greg's here, and he says, "Yep, can't wait for Christmas countdown movies." It's right on top of a Serbian film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, having worked in a video store before, I bet you it was a special order and they didn't pick it up.
Oh,
Maybe,
they
yeah.
got terrified.
Maybe.
I think it was
Because we would do that at Rogers. It would just hang around, and sometimes they'd put it out for sale.
I think it was Jason. He ordered it and then said, "No, I don't think so."
No. I didn't even become aware of this film until we first heard about it on this show many moons ago. So no, because then, you know, if you're not familiar with a Serbian film, folks, if you search up, just Google what is the most disgusting film ever made, this will be at the top of the list in most cases.
I would say disturbing, not disgusting. Disturbing.
Disturbing. All right, disturbing. Yes, disturbing.
Yeah, it had its moments.
You did
What?
He watched it.
I watched it. I know what I was getting myself into. I watched it. Don't try and
okay.
my viewing pleasure.
I got to back up a little bit here. Just watching this film became a massive moral dilemma for me, and I'm not joking, because my kid heard the podcast. He heard my challenge, and I know he is now going to be thinking a lot less of me for having subjected myself to this because of this film. Okay, this film may have cost me a relationship with my son.
I think
Weak relationship. Then it's just a movie. It's not real.
See,
It's not a family affair.
Yeah, it's going to strengthen it because he now knows the depths that you will go to research for your passion.
And how much tougher you are now intestinally fortitude-wise that you've made it through this.
There you go. What he said.
That part is in debate. This movie has affected me, and I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Corn in Sweden?
Jason said that to me the other day when we recorded, and I had to think about it for the last day and a half. I was like, the Madhouse has gotten very soft since I have left. If a movie has affected you guys in this way, all the stuff that we inflicted on each other, you are like, I'm morally in dilemma now. Shut up. You're fine. It's a movie.
Feel like we're back in 1945. This is it. We're good.
James, you have not seen this film, right?
I have not. I've always been meaning to, just out of morbid curiosity.
But see, that's the thing that I always say about this film. You hear it and you see it on these lists of the most disturbing films, and apparently Jason's seen it on disgusting films, and and then you watch it and you realize 80% of it is a movie.
Yeah, and it's like when we talked about last week, Human Centipede. I was so ready to be disturbed by that movie, and it was just like, well, it's a good movie, but it's not. It didn't live up to the hype.
See, Greg makes a great point. Okay, speaking of disturbing, the donkey show in Clerks 2, disturbing.
Oh no, the elephant scene in Freddy Got Fingered.
Oh, there we go. This is what I mean. There are far more disturbing moments in other films than almost the entirety of this one. But this one gets labeled just pretty much, I would say, for one scene alone.
Well, I in my mind, more than one.
Really?
Now, okay, I skipped
See,
three.
this is the problem
Oh.
right here. You skipped it, and you're now passing judgment on a half-watched movie. You
No.
need to go back.
Oh.
I skipped what would be roughly 30 to 90 seconds.
Pivotal plot could have been there.
All vital parts of the movie.
No. Okay.
Okay, if it wasn't vital, why was it put in the movie then?
Why was it?
Bad editing.
Why wasn't it in your version?
I didn't have control over what I watched. I put it in. I searched for it. I did a legit search,
So did I.
and I came up with a streaming service that had it. So I, being a legal movie watcher, unlike some pirates that I know, I supported the artist. So yeah. So I went out and I did the best I could within the rules of the land, because you know me, I follow the rules.
You
And see-
have a fast forward button just like I do, sir.
I'm sorry, Ryan has stepped in here and he said 90 seconds of crucial exposition.
Exactly. Exactly.
Maybe you didn't watch it. We'll never know.
Okay. I'm gonna
You
back
didn't
up
give it a good honest watch. You
I-
broke the rules.
It was a dishonest watch.
This is
It was.
exactly what I expected to happen. All right.
James nailed it. It's a dishonest watch.
It's the only way I could do it.
No.
I have limits.
Knock
I
the sand
have-
out of your reason, watch it again, and do it
I
right.
have never watched a film,
I know you've never watched the film.
and I have never watched a film and actually gotten ill from watching it. And I've seen some really disgusting films over these last years, thanks to this show.
What about Annie? Oh, wait, you haven't watched that one. Never mind.
Oh.
The Feast trilogy in particular, like that's a high bar of absolute gross, disgusting. I did not feel like I was going to vomit. The first moment, which is the moment that Rob referenced, the one key scene that most
key-
people
key
talk
moment?
about. That's when as soon as I saw the beginning of that, I saw the first element of it. I skipped it because I already could feel my stomach flipping.
So
I did not need to see where that was going to go.
so disappointed.
Ryan says it. There's Jason working on his Disney cut.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And that happened at 2 more times later in the film.
Yep.
For me, I knew what was going to happen.
How could you? You must have had a previous viewing then. If you knew what was going to happen.
Okay.
Were you a prognosticator all of a
This
sudden?
is where I want to shift to mention the human centipede. Yes. Outside of the imagery, we're going to call it that.
Imagery. I
The
love it.
imagery. It's a decent movie. It's a good movie with a very interesting story. Shocking material. I mean, it's all about a porn star. Like, we're not used to that, but it was an interesting story. I was intrigued by the story until they get into the extreme imagery.
But that's the entire reason for the movie.
It became too much for me. It was too
It's
much
like-
for me.
It's like watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy and then skipping over him, dropping it in the
Right.
the last time I watched the film, that's
What's this?
exactly what I did. I didn't
Rochelle, I love you,
finish it.
Rob. Okay, leaving by. Thanks, Rochelle, for stopping in. Who was that?
Drive by loving.
Yeah, it was too much. And
Bro,
just
had a fucking training montage like Rocky in it. How fucking serious can you take this movie?
that's
This
just
fucking
it.
the porn star training montage.
Those are some warm-ups too, right?
Yeah.
There's,
And how can you sit there and say you have a moral dilemma over a fucking porn star movie with a training montage and an anti-alcoholism message behind it?
See, a lot of good in that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but that one scene alone tips the scale massively on the other direction. All right. There is
Rochelle's saving you for a second. She goes, I was closing the window when I heard drive-by loving me. I had to come back. And there's the drive-by loving me to all of us. Thanks, Rochelle. Sorry, Jason, you were saying.
There's just okay, all I can keep thinking about this is, and this comes to mind with a few other things I've seen, just because you can envision something the most horrific thing possible doesn't mean you should share it so realistically.
But see, that's just it. It's now worse in your mind than the film probably is, because you are now imagining something about 80 times worse than what was actually on the screen.
I assure you, if I were to go back, and I'm not, I will not. Not now, not ever will I. No.
I'm gonna
I
rickroll
can
them with it.
assure you I'm not. No. What I can't even come close to envisioning what I skipped over.
It's only 90 seconds. I can cut it into something and send it to him in a video.
yeah, just keep bombing them with it. It'll show up eventually. Now, okay, this is the one thing that I am personally feeling attacked about with Jason's shitting on other people's art. He considers himself an artist. And when an artist puts his art out, like, it is the whole idea of the artist to create his art unedited, like raw and live. This person who made this movie put nothing but love and his energy into it, and Jason sits there, shits all over it. How do you live with yourself with such hypocrisy that runs through your veins?
I smoke a lot of weed.
That would help.
Maybe might help.
I assure you, it helps. Yeah, it was too much. Again, the story was interesting, and it was well delivered. Visuals were amazing. The movie is a good horror movie.
So you like the movie?
It's too much.
Or
I appreciate it for what it is. It's just way too much.
I think, yeah, Jason's just way too soft these days.
Maybe, and I had to bleach my mind. So I watched Paddington the next day.
Paddington.
Yeah, I got the
That's
story.
right.
I got the story.
Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dang.
I said I need wholesomeness. So I went into, it was Netflix, and just went down to the family section, just bloop, 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 bloop. Hey, I've heard good things about Paddington. Bink. And it didn't disappoint. It was cute, it was fun, it was sweet, it was adorable.
And then this guy came in and he bleeped the bear.
Serbian bear. Hope you got the uncut that one.
That's what happens when you hit they have the Serbian language option.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whole different story.
Yeah, it was necessary, but it worked. It's helped cope.
And see, honestly, though, with that film, there's only the one scene that I think was really disturbing to me. I watched it.
The climax scene, no pun intended.
I've seen far more violence in other movies, so I can say, yay, I'm numb to violence.
It's not the
there we
violence.
go.
It wasn't the violence.
We've made violent movies.
Wasn't the violence. Not the not that kind of violence, not gore violence.
Okay, spoiler. Here we go. Just spill it.
Just
In case anybody out there is wanting to watch a 12-year-old Serbian film.
the blind raping. All right.
Or patting ton of dicks to the face.
That was the eye bleach for him.
Well,
Paddington in a porno. This stuff writes itself. This is
this is all
Probably did
Jason. These are all Jason. He gets lead credit for writing stuff.
Yep.
I'm just the muse. I'm just the muse.
But yeah, okay. Okay. The final scene is rough. I won't take that away. It is rough.
Rough.
But again, like I said, I've seen stuff like worse than that in some of the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah.
The gore is not the problem. The gore was not the problem. It was the other acts involved. That's too much for me. I don't hint at it off screen. No, not on screen, please. That's snuff film territory kind of thing. Like, no.
Well, that movie was all about snuff films.
I know, and that was the point. But
you got exactly what they were giving you.
Exactly.
I know. I get. Okay. I don't know if I've even said this once, if not at all. This is not for me. I acknowledge that 100%. Okay. This film was not made for me. I am not the target demo here.
But now you 99% know for sure. Not 100, because there's still 90 seconds floating around out there.
That's fine.
Yeah, you failed. You failed in the project.
I'm good. I did not fail in the project. 99% is a pass.
No.
Yes.
You are. Uh-oh.
No. Doesn't matter.
Jason, you are a self-admitted completionist. You have failed yourself.
That's not true.
Oh, really?
That's not true.
No.
No.
How is it not true? You have even told me that you are you had to watch all three of the Human Centipede movies because you're a completionist. You didn't complete this movie. You have left yourself wiggle room to go back and finish the job correctly.
I have precedents in my lifetime that I have not, and I have precedents on this show that I do not have that mentality 100%.
I'm waiting for proof.
The movie Date Movie is the first film that I shut off 20 minutes in and have never gone back to.
It's not that bad.
20 minutes was all I could take.
No. Date Movie wasn't. Epic Movie would make you shut it off. That
Date Movie, 20 minutes and out. So there. But on this show, I never finished Battlestar Galactica, and I have no intention to.
This guy is fucking stupid.
Well, George said it.
Finish it?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
It's the last few episodes are so good.
Yeah. Nope.
Wow.
What made you stop?
Because it gave me the depression that I'm in now. I think if I go back, it probably started right about when I started watching that show.
Serbian Battlestar.
Whoa.
Oh, Justin, your camera okay? I thought you were going, no.
No. I hit my earphone and it did that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So no, I'm not. I will not ever. No.
This movie was like so predictable as to where it was ending.
Mm-hmm.
So predictable.
Yep.
And the climactic scene that everybody's dancing around, it was so phony looking to me. It took me so out of this. Like, again, the suspension of disbelief, just taking a beating, was the setup to it. That final scene. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, we know who's on the bed. We know who that guy in the mask is, even before the mask comes off. And it was just like, okay, we're just going trope to trope to trope at this point in time. So
I admit to the same, because that's what made it easier for me to be able to watch stuff like this. You guessed it all along.
Yeah.
I didn't need to see it. I couldn't.
The one middle scene surprised me, the big one that everyone keeps talking about, because I didn't know about it at the point. So that did shock me just a hair.
Yeah.
But again, and they even say in the trivia, it was a doll. And you could tell it was a doll.
Yeah.
So I thought, man, that's a method actor for that baby.
That kid went to Juilliard.
Right?
Jason.
Or Will.
Other hands contribute to the conversation. So the next movie that we're going to have to make Jason watch.
No. We
Make
also
him
need a grace period.
give
We
it a
need to
good
have,
honest
a couple week grace period.
Couple weeks.
No.
Grace period.
I need the rest period.
Well, then let's talk about these traumatic movies we've watched. You say Feast. We've talked about Human Centipede. Why are they considered disturbing when, like everything we're talking about right now, there's like 2 scenes maybe?
Well, the Feast.
Star Wars is very disturbing.
Which one?
Star Wars: A New Hope.
Right? You see how many people died in that Death Star?
Billions and billions of people died on Alderaan and on a Death Star.
And you're worried about one baby.
So many independent contractors.
You're even sitting in front of a Star Wars franchise poster.
Mm-hmm.
You seem quite comfortable with that.
Moving on.
I don't know. He brings up a good point.
No, he does not.
What? Oh, explain yourself, mister. How do I not
What are
bring
we
up?
talking about? I don't even. What are we supposed to be talking about right now?
Disturbing films.
Disturbing films.
The Donkey Show. We already got that one out.
Yeah. And I feel robbed about that one too.
Which one?
I feel robbed about the Donkey Show.
It was all off screen.
Right.
Yeah.
My imagination is not that good. I need visual stimulation. It is a movie, not a fucking book.
Ask Kevin for the deleted scenes.
The extended cut?
Extended cut. The Feast films, the sequels. Okay, again, the first film is good for a monster flick like that. It's the sequels where we're just gonna throw buckets of absolute gross, disgusting, whatever. And it gets disgusting. You have an old lady who's basically melting in a bag, and she's still alive for a long time.
If you were in a bag, would you not feel melting?
No,
Wedding.
It's just that's too much. That's when they're just throwing buckets of gore around. Come on.
So it seems like the first one comes out to kind of set the things to see the boundaries, and then the second and third go beyond the boundaries.
The Feast trilogy definitely did that.
I'm waiting for Serbian Film too.
The second and third Feast films just like took a lot of the fun out of it.
Well, in their minds, they think they upped the fun by just making it utterly ridiculous.
Well, they made it utterly ridiculous, just not in a fun way. Because you had the fun that you had Jay Muse even in the first one, but every time someone came on screen, it was like a whole like their action, like the back of a G.I. Joe or Transformers card. It was like all their skills and abilities and their likelihood to survive the movie.
That's awesome.
When you get the guy who's called Hero dies 45 seconds after he enters the movie.
I'm thinking that's mislabeled.
Yeah, the first Feast film is good, and it's fun.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you do a movie like Feast or Serbian or something like this, the first one out of the gate, you always have to go higher. The more movies you make, you have to. Nobody has gone backwards and made a better sequel. Like, you don't take stuff out of a movie to make it better. You have to keep raising that bar higher and higher to because you set that on the first one. This is the bare minimum now, and everybody always goes higher, and you have to. So to say that, oh, they went too far, no, they went as far as they had to go, because if they didn't, they'd be getting shit on by the fans.
Yep.
Yeah, because we have seen there have been a few that where they went a like different direction entirely, like antisocial comes to mind. The first one was that just locked in a house, while something's going on outside situation, and the second one is now into your full zombie apocalypse, surviving in the outside world.
That's probably just handing off the franchise to somebody else who didn't watch the first one.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's also too. It's like, okay, that one succeeded. We have a bigger budget. Let's explore, because the first one's a limited budget.
Oh, they certainly upped the stakes with the second one.
Yeah, they did definitely.
But it's interesting. I pulled up 2 lists of the top disturbing films, and Human Centipede is not on them.
Really?
But Human Centipede 2 is.
Oh.
Well, because 2 is where it really does get even like really more disturbing. Honestly, the first one is mildly disturbing. It's the second one that's, the barbed cock ring.
That's from 7.
Well, this one too.
Come on, sort yourself out, Jason. You're
How
on.
many movies was he? How many? Did maybe this guy, the guy in Human Centipede 2, he was a fan of the first film. He worshipped it. That's why he did what he did. Maybe he was also a fan of 7.
Oh,
Crossing the streams.
Yeah.
right. See? Yeah. We can't use that phrase when we're talking about penises. No, that's just. Although it fits better than anything else.
I couldn't come up with a better analogy. So
okay, fair, very fair on that one. But yeah, some of the other ones, actually, I got to admit, there's a list of 10 here, and I've only seen 2 off of it.
Really?
Yeah. The number 1 is Serbian Film. Number 2 is one called Audition.
Oh, I've seen Audition a few times. That's a Takashi Miike film, Japanese horror.
Yep.
that's a whole new genre right there. Because one of the lists I saw had Ichi the Machine Man on it, and that should be up there too.
Ichi the Killer is definitely one of those.
August Underground's Mordom.
I've never heard of that.
No. The next one, Cannibal Holocaust.
Yes.
That was a big disappointment. That movie's terrible.
But you should have Cannibal Ferox on there as well.
No.
I've not seen that.
Not on this list I'm looking at. It's got a racer head though.
Okay.
That's one of the few David Lynch movies I haven't seen.
Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
I gotta see that one.
That one's legendary, but I haven't seen it. But
I have.
Everyone always puts that at like the top of like Michael Rooker's all-time best performances.
Yes. But the most disturbing part of it that I keep reading in different articles is the fact at the end the killer is not caught. That is the big thing for this one. Apparently people don't like that.
Well, they want completion. Because remember when we went to go see the boxing play in Toronto?
Yeah.
And everybody was bitching about that the star of the show got her ass knocked out at the end of it. Spoiler alert, fans. But
I didn't have the thing ready.
Oh no, nobody. You weren't probably expecting me to pull up that boxing.
No, I was not.
But there was people bitching and moaning about how she lost. Like, I'm going, yeah, okay. Here's the thing. Sometimes you can train and be as good as you can be, but there's going to be somebody better, and you're not always going to come out on top. And they just could not wrap their head around the fact that she was good, but her opponent was better.
Let's look at Rocky.
Yeah, it's not Rocky. This was real life.
Yeah. He didn't win the belt.
No, not in the first one.
Yeah.
Barely got up on the first one.
Yeah.
Let me see. Human Centipede 2.
Yeah.
In a Glass Cage. And again, this is not one I've ever seen.
Nope.
No.
Don't know that one.
Oh, this is a Nazi exploitation.
Which one?
In a Glass Cage.
I've never heard of that.
Ripple effect of psychosexual Nazi-evoking horror shows like Isla She-Wolf of the SS could be seen in Prestige Pictures. I've never heard of this one. Another one's called Inside.
That's a good one. They made an American remake of that, which it was a decent remake, but they had a kind of an uplifting ending, which kind of takes all the steam out of it.
But this is a new French extremity. It goes along with Martyrs, Trouble Every Day, and High Tension. It's that style of film.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And Irreversible. Okay, sorry, I have seen this one.
Irreversible. Yeah, that had the Memento gimmick of it starts from the end and it just goes. The scenes go in reverse.
Yeah.
But that one had like a 12-minute rape scene.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could
I
take
could
some.
see where that one might, pluck a few nerves.
Yeah, they're like one of the ones talking about extended rape scenes. There was like the original "I Spit on Your Grave." That one,
Oh yeah.
right? Yeah,
I never actually saw that.
No, I saw the remake.
On a VHS.
remake was okay, but the original was a rough watch.
It's like the original Straw Dogs, too,
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
with Dustin Hoffman. The remake is just as horrific, but yeah, the original, dang.
Yeah, that Straw Dogs flick surprised the hell out of me at how scary that movie was. It was not what I expected it to be at all.
Mm-hmm. And the last one on the list is one called Men Behind the Sun.
Nope.
I wish it
Nope.
gave the year. It doesn't. It just gives a little. The atrocities of war rendered in miserable detail. It's a Chinese filmmaker, T.F. Mo.
Okay.
No.
Details the horrific experiments perpetrated to Chinese and Siberian. Oh, see, there's those Siberian people. Prisoners by Imperial Japanese military commanders during World War II with sickeningly grotesque special effects.
beautiful.
Hmm.
Okay, if you're gonna do that in a vein like that, the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, when they're storming the beach on D-Day,
Oh, dang.
that was pretty brutal to watch because you had never seen almost realistic like combat action like that before.
Yeah.
And I said I remember sitting in the Silver City, and it was when they finally got to the end town and you could hear the Tiger tank coming towards them. I'm like the only person in the theater, and I'm getting anxious as I can hear like through the surround sound this tank and everything that goes around that's involved with that. But that's very gory and disturbing to some people as well.
That opening, you're right. Like that, it's brutal. Some of the stuff they show.
Yeah.
I when I think of that one scene where he's talking to the radio guy, he turns over here and he comes back and the radio guy's head's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Somebody's who's
That's
lagging.
strange.
They won a war up, didn't they?
For Saving Ryan, yeah, they did.
Yeah, because they were so
Yeah.
authentic.
See, now I'm looking at another list, and the number 2 film of let me just get the title. 42 movies so messed up people actually regret watching them all. Watching them at all. Number 1's The Human Centipede. Number 2 is Man Bites Dog. Number 3 is Jojo Rabbit.
What?
Jojo Rabbit's hilarious.
Jojo Rabbit is fantastic.
Oh, and it's all for one scene. Can you guess?
One
Scarlett
scene-
Johansson?
She's in it, sort of.
Oh, when he finds her in the square.
Yep.
I'd
Really?
say it's depressing, not disturbing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like interesting.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's not. No.
And see, these two, yes, I would put these on a list far before Serbian Film. The Hills Have Eyes for 2006 and Hostel 2005. That's like torture porn.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Hostel,
definitely in that.
But the Hills of Eyes remake over the original?
I'm surprised it's not higher.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. But even the
But
remake,
the original had way more tension behind it, I feel, than the remake did. Might have been like over the top gore from the remake, but The Hills Have Eyes, the original, was much better, I thought.
and see, interesting. 8, 10, and 11, I would not put on any of these lists. But number 8, American History X.
Only for one scene.
Curb Stomp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Clockwork Orange.
Good movie.
Great movie, but not disturbing, really. No.
Unless you're looking at the reprogramming scene. Somebody
That-
you could
That
really
was
get
jarring.
out
That was
of
jarring
that.
for me when I first watched it.
Yeah.
No.
See, you might
When-
even say
when-
The Assault.
When they terrorize the old couple that eventually get revenge on them,
Yeah.
sure. Maybe. But
And then number 11 is Old Boy, 2003.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the original?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sucker punch flick right there.
What?
Oh, man.
This list is baffling me. Number 12, The Devil All the Time.
Huh?
Have you guys
That's
watched
that
on
net.
Netflix?
That's the Netflix. No, not yet.
Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson, and
I have heard mixed things.
it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a slow burn period piece. And
Isn't it like a cult
ish.
or
It's a-
religious something?
Part of it is about 2 killers that are traveling around. But nothing in there comes even close to some of the stuff from these other.
No.
Is there something to do with snakes in that film?
On a train.
Not to my knowledge.
I was just thinking if it's like southern, there's the snake, the snake,
Oh,
whatever in the south. I don't know if maybe that was a part of it. That's what I was thinking. I
I
don't know.
don't remember that. I know Robert Pattinson plays a preacher, but
Okay. Yeah.
Requiem for a Dream.
really?
Never actually seen that,
Oh,
so I
it's-
don't know.
It's good.
I don't remember a lot of it.
It's psychological. Like
That's why I haven't seen it. I heard it's a trippy flick to watch.
but it's good.
It is good.
Again, I don't think I would ever say it's disturbing though.
I have
Yeah,
that
but you
one.
have to look at
and,
who's making this list. And
This is BuzzFeed.
and again, they're talking for one
Oh,
scene,
right
right?
there,
So there's
right
one.
there.
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. Yeah. And anything harder than Bambi is gonna make that list.
Yeah. Well, the quote under it says, "I knew where it was going and didn't want to see it, but I couldn't stop. I still can't think about it without getting a disgusting feeling." I don't get that at all.
Walk it off, champ. You'll be all right.
Antichrist is on here with
Yeah,
Willem Dafoe.
there's one. I did not feel the need to. I did not want to finish that movie. That was one I totally forgot about. I tried.
Okay, the person who talked about this, his name is Sockcucker. Okay,
Okay.
apparently Sockcucker has far more dedication to his art than Jason. I knew a lot of films by Lars von Trier are messed up, but that was uncomfortable and just downright disgusting from start to finish it. I did finish it for research purposes and remember just thinking, why did I put myself through that?
Because he's professional.
I got to certain parts and I'm just like, I don't need to watch. I really don't want to watch the rest of this.
Yep.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Okay, maybe 7 is on this list. There's a couple scenes.
No.
What's in the box?
What's in the box is one of the most horrifying things I could think of, really.
What's
And
in
you
the
don't
box?
even see anything.
No,
Yeah.
it's implied
Don't need
it's where your imagination takes over. So
The
Yeah.
same with the glorified condom the guy has.
Yeah.
made.
The suit.
You don't see anything, but he describes it. And I think the other one is the dude in the bed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cops all think he's dead.
Yeah.
Sloth.
yeah.
So okay, I get why they're disturbing. I don't think it needs to be on a list.
Well, it's
Deliverance.
BuzzFeed and there's 42 lists, 42 spots, so they got to fill up. the
Yeah,
spot.
that's true. Deliverance is only on this list if Ned Beatty did the list.
Deliverance is a decent movie, but that was another one that was just like by today's standards, that movie was not that disturbing.
No.
Number 22 is Green Inferno. which again I've not seen, but I've heard it's.
Yeah.
I did.
Torture
They try to be Cannibal Holocaust real hard, and it didn't quite live up to that expectation.
Number 23, Tusk.
Yeah,
Which I thought was more disturbing as a whole than Human Centipede.
I
Yeah.
don't dispute that. Yeah.
But that was last week's discussion again.
Suspiria, 2018. Well, that's just because it's a
Sus-
horrible remake.
yeah. Go to the
Oh, that was a weird movie.
the original was way better.
Yeah, exactly. You know, even though 100% of the dialogue is ADR, and you can tell, you still enjoyed it more than this remake.
Right, because it was more visually stunning than what the remake tried to outdo the original with the visuals, and they failed miserably.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I know nothing about
Give it a good
I
honest watch.
Oh,
Ooh,
look at that.
I whipped that bad boy.
The gate again.
No, I'm in the grace period.
And you're in luck. I
Fuck
have it
your
on Blu-ray.
You fucking do it, you big baby. You're fine. I'm traumatized. Shut up.
Number 26, Train to Busan.
Good movie.
Great.
Great movie.
What would you say is disturbing about it?
That
Nothing.
nobody didn't break their ankle when they're running through the train yards.
Okay, that's just factually inaccurate. I don't know if that's disturbing.
Just the idea of a tidal wave of zombies falling on you, like, come on.
We saw that in World War Z.
I know that's disturbing. That's a disturbing concept.
There, 28 is a movie called Battle Royal from the year 2000.
Oh, that movie sucked.
Original.
But it's kids killing each other. I mean,
Japanese original.
That's
Watch
what
it.
yeah.
it said. It's basically what the Hunger Games were based on, but so violent.
Was that in 2000?
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
The original
it's
Battle
pretty
Royale-
violent.
The original Battle Royale.
Pretty
was like
violent.
in 90.
It's like really violent.
Yeah,
So-
then it got Tarantino helped get it re-released in like big box set edition and stuff.
Well, that's where the Go-Go character from Kill Bill was based on some of the characters in that movie.
I believe you're correct.
Okay.
Oh,
The one that's just baffling me, number 31, Leaving Las Vegas.
what?
Yeah.
Again,
Not a traditionally
depressing, but
disturbing movie. It was excellent, but the depiction of acute alcoholism is just so disturbing to me.
Oh, you're feeling.
I appreciate the excellent performances, but seeing it once was more than enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is not a list based on merit. This is a list based on
Feelings.
opinions.
It's
There's no attempt at merit or
it's.
any sort of scoring system.
Is there another movie out there called The Girl Next Door?
yes.
I only
Yeah,
know
it's a movie. It's based on a Jack Ketchum novel. It's got William Atherton in it, and it's based on this girl that gets tortured by these kids and this family in the basement. They made another one based on the same story called An American Crime that had Ellen Page in it.
Oh,
Uh,
saw that one.
Elliot.
Yeah. My friend Dalton prefers that version. I prefer the Girl Next Door version, but it's the same story. But yeah, it's violence involving like teens and stuff.
I prefer my version of A Girl Next Door with Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No,
a funny
no.
movie.
That's so disturbing.
Just for
Um,
being at the front door.
Oh, The Witch with Anya Taylor-Thomas.
I wouldn't
Maybe
call
it's
that disturbing.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
haven't
great
heard of
movie.
but it was recently recommended to me. So
It's
Okay.
good. It's
James, you've seen Audition, right?
yes.
So all these movies we've been talking about, would you say they're worse or not as bad as Audition?
Not as bad.
Number 42 is Audition.
That somebody hasn't actually watched it.
Yeah.
Okay, you get a girl who eats her dinner, vomits into a bowl, and forces this guy chained up on the floor she has as a prisoner to eat it.
See, we need Sawcooker on the job. He needs to officially watch this and rank it properly.
Yes.
He needs to give it a good, honest watch.
At least
And
we
that's
know he'll
just-
watch
that's
the
just-
whole thing.
That's just straight up for shock factor. The movie is just, it gives you the feeling through it.
This list. Oh my gosh.
That's a weird one.
Buzz.
I remember describing it to two coworkers,
So,
and
yeah,
their jaws just dropped at me telling them about the movie.
Actually, wait a minute. Do you know what I realized? There's two films not on here.
What?
One of them, it's just as disturbing as the rest if they're going to go that way, is Casualties of War with Sean Penn and Michael J. Fox.
That's a great
Because
movie. I don't know about. Oh,
It's
about
great,
the
but they kidnap
village.
the girl, they rape her in the village, then they torture her and kill her. But it's
Well,
not on
then
this
by
list.
by their standards, yeah, they should have it on there.
And the other one that's not on this list, a Serbian film.
Wasn't on there at all.
It's not on this list at all. I just
Then
realized
they
that.
had-
I got the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They probably haven't seen it then,
that's a.
or they haven't seen all. They've seen all but 90 seconds of it.
Yeah. It was by
There-
Ali Hayes.
There has to be some new movie Madhouse merch. Jason, the 90-second man.
Headbands. That's what it needs to be. That's good.
Uh-oh.
I defend you, Dave, but that was damn good.
I give 95% every time.
That's all. That's all.
Jason, here. This is the abuse that you wanted me to bring.
It's not. No. No. It's what I expected. It's not what I wanted. There's a difference. There is a
Not
difference.
much of a difference.
There is a difference.
I
Yeah,
don't-
it's not the abuse he wanted, it's the abuse he needed.
Yeah.
To quote Batman.
Yeah, you were getting a little uppity over there. Way too comfortable in your corner chair.
Apparently, take me down a peg. Put me back in my place.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
while we wrap this up with guys, what would you consider to be your most disturbing film? James, we'll start with you. What do you think your most disturbing film is? You would say is, sorry.
I would most of the time say Martyrs, the original French version. I mean, there's a French like drama that I watched called The Piano Teacher that just grossed me out, but I wouldn't consider it disturbing. It was just like that's just gross and has no place in the movie. Martyrs, similar to what Jason said about Serbian Film, Martyrs affected me, and I had to wait a solid year before watching it a second time, just because the stuff that happens in the movie. It doesn't anymore because I've seen it 4 or 5 times now, but that initial viewing, yeah, just it shakes you.
I did watch it on your recommendation way back when, and yeah, it's a surprising film, but Serbian Film's still going to beat it for me.
Mike, what do you think?
I am so old and jaded right now, and the internet has destroyed any sense of decorum I should have. But I'm going to go back to a very original one, the Faces of Death movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I always heard about
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
I said I worked in a video shop when I lived in Edmonton, and they had that. And I was working a midnight shift by myself, and I threw that in and I watched
Why
it.
not, right?
And it was the internet before the internet, and that the Faces of Death series, I guess it turned into a series, was like that. As a kid growing up, everybody talked about the myth of the Faces of Death movie.
Mhm.
And
My dad did.
Yeah. So even like everybody talked about the mythical VHS of this, and when you finally did get old enough to rent it, because it was in the behind the curtains and the swinging doors sections, it was a rated X movie, and you had to be old enough to get it. And when I finally did watch it, it was just like, wow, okay, that's something. That, like, so a lot of that stuff is still sticking with me, but the internet, real life, just is more disturbing than anything an artist can come up with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was the fact that we were watching stuff that we would see on like a nature show. Normally, this is where they would cut the commercial. Some of it, because there was some of the animal attack stuff and whatnot, right? That made me think of, oh, this is when they would normally cut to commercial.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's how it made me feel. Is we're seeing the stuff that we normally don't see.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to see it. So
weren't supposed to see. Yes.
Yeah. Rob?
Mine, I think I said, and it's weird because I watch it continuously, is Casualties of War. And I think it's like you said, Mike, it's because of this is reality. This is what people do to people, and it's based on a true story, and it freaks me out. But the performances are amazing, and I continue to watch it over and over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Question.
I've never seen it, so I had no idea.
It's been years since I've seen it, and I've had the DVD for a while with the extended cut on it. But one thing that I always wondered about, and isn't there something during the court-martial trial where Sean Penn's character whispers something to Michael J. Fox's ear? Am I imagining, like, as he's being taken away?
No, I do remember that scene, but that was one of the extended scenes.
Okay.
I don't remember what he said.
Okay. I'm gonna have to watch it one of these days, because it's been so long.
Sean Penn's incredible, and Michael J. Fox just blows the doors off of it. Like, I've never seen him acting like that. It's incredibly good, and it's got so many other people in it. It's like John C. Reilly is in it. John Leguizamo is in it. Oh my god! And for the life of me, I can't. Oh, Ving Rhames is in it.
Oh,
I never watched that one, so
it's worth it. It is.
Okay.
Also, some of the most disturbing movies, probably any Disney movie, like old school Disney movie.
Bambi's mom, right at the beginning of the movie.
That's the exact example I was thinking of, because you have to have the horror of the situation for them to work through.
Mufasa,
yeah. Scar, even Scar met a horrible fate.
Right?
It was a comeuppance, but it was still a bad fate.
Oh, wait, are you talking in the movie, or are you talking about the cameo in another Disney movie?
I was talking about the movie, but the cameo.
He cameos in Hercules. Hercules is doing one of his poses, and he's wearing the skin of Scar.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that kind of messes with the Disney timeline, though.
Oh, huge. How did he get his scar? How did he get his skin long before he was even born?
Right. Hercules is a time traveler to the TVA machine.
That's it. That's a variant. Get it. What I did is I posted a link in the chat of it's called Beyond the Void, and this one seems to have the most common top 10 disturbing list.
Okay,
so we'll end on this.
All right,
and they a lot of them overlap. Number 10 is Martyrs.
Yeah,
James brought up.
Definitely worth it.
Number 9 is Men Behind the Sun, that one about Chinese experiments during World War II.
Okay. All right.
The other one is Necromantic.
Always heard of it.
Oh,
I thought that was a band.
No, not from the picture I'm looking at.
I think I did see that.
I think there's a band called Necromantics.
Well, okay. This sentence will sum it up. A street cleaner brings home a human corpse for he and his wife to play with, but becomes upset when his wife prefers the corpse over him.
Oops.
What?
Oops.
My threesomes are a bad idea.
Yeah. Somebody's always left holding the bag.
Right? The body bag.
The
Number 7 is a movie called Grotesque. This is the only list I found this movie on. A doctor kidnaps a young couple and proceeds to torture each one of them in full view of the other, playing sadistic games along the way. So it's like a hostel.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm still stuck on the guy who's getting cucked out by a zombie or by a corpse.
Not a zombie. It's not
a corpse.
It's a corpse. And not a fresh one from the picture. I'll just tell you that. Number 5, Antichrist with Willem Dafoe.
Always heard that.
Number 5 is Africa Adito.
Nope.
This shockumentary shows life in Africa, the struggle for survival, and the many horrors that await man and beast there.
That's real life. That should be not on the list as a list of movies.
Oh, before Faces of Death, there was Mondo Kane series, and this movie was the most brutal of all.
That Mondo Kane was the one that my dad would go on and on and on about. And then Faces of Death, he kept thinking Faces of Death was Mondo Kane.
Oh, Jason, if you're an animal lover, never watch this. Just saying that now. This is literally, I'm reading from the text.
Okay.
But there are also incidences of real human death, brutality. Yeah.
It's real stuff.
Then 4 is Cannibal Holocaust. 3 is one called The Bunny Game.
Nope.
A prostitute is abducted by a trucker, taken to the desert, and then the bunny game begins. And it is a picture of a woman chained to a wall with a bunny mask on.
That sounds like that horror movie you were telling us about with like the bunny special edition.
Oh, The Bunny. That's what it's called. It's a Swedish movie. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's not on here. Number 2 is Salo, which is on every list as well, except the 42, obviously. Dang. BuzzFeed. And number 1 is Serbian Film.
Okay. Here's the one I want to throw out here for consensus from the tribe here. Event Horizon.
Oh, one of my favorite space horror movies ever.
That movie. If you're looking at Serbian Film in that respect, I would put Event Horizon in there too, because there are moments that really snap you.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just a movie.
Yep.
That movie, my brother and I watched that at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and it's just like, we did not expect to be freaked out by a space horror movie.
Never saw it.
Really? It is
Never watched
awesome.
Yeah.
By far Paul W.S. Anderson's best movie.
Don't even.
Take that for what you will, but it is legit freaky.
That's what I've heard. I've heard
it
good
was
things. Just
very underrated when it first came out.
I also remember.
Yeah, it got a lot of steam on like post theatrical watching. Like then the word got out. It was like Event Horizon will change your life.
Yeah, and apparently he had to scale it back because it was too disturbing.
Released the
uncut director's
Verhoeven cut. Here we go. Release the Verhoeven cut.
That was a Paul Verhoeven flick?
No, it's Paul W.S. Anderson.
Anderson. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. That's my bad. Yes.
If he could find the footage, he would release it.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be worth it. That'd be the 90 seconds Jason's missing from his life right.
Yep. I'm going to find a way to cut it into something.
Should.
This was fun, guys.
I have another challenge for Jason.
Don't you dare squeeze it into Paddington. Do not sully Paddington. Do not dare.
Jason, you just stopped all over James.
You caused this current rant.
What?
And if what I know of the reputation of Paddington Bear, if you sully Paddington Bear by intersplicing that in there, you will be calling down the entire wrath of the entire British Empire. Paddington is very beloved.
Now I want to find someone that was Photoshop and impose Paddington's head.
Don't you dare.
Oh.
I'm sorry, James. You were rudely
Yes,
interrupted.
I'm sorry, James. What do you want to hit me with?
There's a movie directed by James Franco, and it's based on a Cormac McCarthy novel, which means it's bleak.
Spring Breakers.
It's no, no. It's a movie called Child of God, and it has James Franco in a small role, but it's mainly Scott Hayes, and he is a very despicable character that at some point you find something somewhere in there to not necessarily root for, but you're morbidly curious if he's going to get away with what he's doing. So yeah, it's a movie called Child of God.
Child of God.
Yes.
And
I have the DVD. I have a DVD autographed by James Franco.
Oh,
It looks interesting. It's got a 5.4 on IMDb. That's not horrible.
You're into my questionable territory below 6.
A disposed violent
there's
man's
such-
disastrous attempt to exist outside the social order. That's literally the line on IMDb.
Oh, I'll consider it.
Is it a Western?
It's not so much a Western. It might be close to that era. It's more of like a guy existing in the backwoods.
kind of like Gray, or
Kind of like Ozarks kind of stuff.
Okay. So he's dealing with small town sheriff kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because there's a dude with a star on his chest on the poster. That's why I was curious.
Yeah, there's local law enforcement that he clashes with all the time.
oh, like Rambo.
Mhm.
Except you're not rooting for Rambo in this one.
Oh, okay.
I might check this out. This is good. We still have another one we're supposed to watch. I actually just watched it on the weekend,
Oh,
but we were challenged by Nathan in Australia. Bad Boy Bubby.
yes.
Oh shit, I keep forgetting about that one.
Bad boy Bubby.
I forgot about it until I was talking with Nathan. He goes, "You watch it?" I said, "Well, yeah." So I had to watch it. It's interesting. I'm going to put it there.
Interesting.
Bad Boy
Interesting
Bubby.
word.
Yes, it's about a man. It looks like he's 30-ish, but he's been trapped in this room with his mother because he's bound him, like he believes, because his mother tells him that he can't go outside because it's poisonous. And then a man who claims to be his father shows up, and then he gets out, and then it goes off the rails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
there's some questionable stuff in this one
We
too.
need to watch this for Nathan.
Yes,
Oh.
we do.
All right.
It's you know what that is? That's the Australian version of Waterboy.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
kind of.
no,
No.
no.
You know, his mama lets him play foosball.
No.
With the foosballs. Yeah, no, that's
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'll add that to my list.
and this is the part that baffles me. It's got a 7.3 on IMDb.
Say what?
Yeah.
Really?
Jason
Like,
has to watch it now. It's over the 6th threshold.
Yep. And that's with 14,000
So there's something to this, apparently. All right.
Well, maybe the Australians rallied around it and they all ratioed the vote.
yeah, maybe. That's the entire continent.
What is the population of Australia? 14,002. And they were just born. They're underage.
Actually, dang, I hit it right on the head because here's what it says on IMDb. Bubby has spent 30 years trapped in the same small room, tricked by his mother. One day he manages to escape and deranged and naive in equal measures, his adventures into the modern and nihilistic life begins.
Oh. So
Rumspringer.
Yep. So that one is up in the air. We still got
That-
to
Bubby. All right. I'll look for it. What the hell?
Are we going to do that as a viewing review? Or should we just watch it? And...
I think we should just watch it and
All
then
right.
we'll chat about it.
All right.
That way we can take 15 minutes and hit all the good points. And
Well, can we please organize finally getting together to watch Banana Splits? I am been
Yes.
so curious about Banana Splits.
yes,
Okay,
definitely.
we really need to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a date. Let's do it. I
Done.
want to watch the Banana Splits movie. Damn it!
Done. Oh, do you know what we got to watch too then? I'm going to play the trailer for you. Which one did I interview them on? This one, I think. Nope, not that one. Son of a gun.
Not this one. That one.
This one here. Here is the trailer for the latest Andrew and Brigitte movie. Andrew
Who's
Sinek
that?
and Brigitte Kingsley. They did Night Cries. They did Dark Rising, a couple other things, but this is the new one out right now.
What's it gonna take? A little more than a dance.
I just have one question.
Would you care to comment about the allegations of drug use that has plagued your time in office?
The hell is this?
You did good, Hunter. Hell, maybe we could finally clean up the city.
You know, you can be a real reporter without the dancing.
Have a good evening. I need to get down to where they're holding the experimental mining tests. Hey there.
Turn it off now! I tried to warn you, but you wouldn't listen.
What was that? My name's not in Hunter because my parents were a bunch of hippies. We should find a way out of here.
Agreed.
These eggs.
Yeah, they're eggs.
Oh, we are all gonna die horrible, horrible deaths.
We can make it.
You're always so gung-ho.
I follow my gut. Always. Trust me. This is what I do. I chase.
Make me understand why I should just let you run off to your death.
Because I want to feel that spark of magic, of possibility, of monsters and adventure.
I'm scared.
Exactly. Okay, it was as crazy as it sounds. A giant goddamn octopus. Oh Jesus, I'm shaking.
Oh, God, here we go.
This is
Okay. Okay. Honestly, I've seen movies that look worse.
yeah. It's a cool little combo of indie and Goonies.
I got a Dungeons and Dragons feel off of that.
Well, it does take place in a cavern, like it's
Right.
down there, and she plays a priestess at some points. So
Sorcery is like right there. So
it is, but definitely worth a watch. Definitely.
Yeah.
well, you
Alright.
had me on the girl on the stripper pole. I was invested for the rest of the trailer.
It's weird they put that right at the beginning, right?
It's almost like they knew who they're marketing to.
It's called Bait.
Even the poster, like literally, boom. There's the poster.
Well, yeah, okay,
She's
that's
dead
how you.
center.
That's pretty.
Alrighty. Well, Mike, thank you again for jumping on and helping us
Thank you, sir.
interrogate Jason.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you
coming
for
back.
having me back. It's been like a hot minute since I've been on this show last, and I really appreciate the invitation. Like I said, I am tickled pink every chance I get to abuse Jason in front of a different audience. So this made my Monday.
There we go.
Oh,
He doesn't get
Jason,
to- he doesn't get to abuse me as much over on Three Nose, so
well, that can change.
he needs me to continue interacting with him. If he abuses me too much, I can't fight back.
I see some
you know?
programming changes going on at Three
Well,
Nose.
here's the thing. Like I said, even if I do hit him hard enough here, they said, and he shuts up, I got you two to encourage me to keep going. So
Yes.
said it's
Did I start something here?
it's a win-win situation right now.
Oh yeah.
But yes, thank you very much for having me on the show. I appreciate everything that you guys. I'm glad the show is still going strong. It doesn't look like it's slowing down by any stretch. I'm glad I got an opportunity to watch a mediocre movie and share it with you guys.
Yep.
I can't wait to get invited back another time. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. It sounds like you have opinions on this, Jason. What do you think?
No.
You got
No,
something?
we're curious.
You got something on your chest? We can wait. We can wait.
There we go. I cut him off. Alrighty then. For another week. Did someone was going to say something?
Nope.
Okay. Didn't want to cut anybody off. For another week at the Movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Mike.
Yes.
And this is Princess.
Hey, Princess. We will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Toodles.
Shut up! It's a man!